Hi, good morning. This is Scott. Welcome to the meditation. Here on my channel, we're working with meditation and awareness as the vehicle for experience. And throughout the videos here on my channel, we're working with our body, our emotion, our mind, our relationships. And we sort of work on our side of things. In other words, we work on the interior as well as experiencing the exterior. And lately, since I've been going through this health experience of nerve pain, I've been talking about the difference between pain and suffering and how to determine that for yourself, and becoming aware of, obviously, that all of us have the capacity to feel pain, but also the capacity to suffer is somewhat a part of this. So we have to understand, each of us, our own relationship to how suffering works, and to try to alleviate suffering in a healthy way. And the way I think that is most common and most useful is to begin to embrace your sensations, including pain, and making time for them, and becoming a kind of steward of your own experiences, sort of like if your human body and your life is like a vast painting or something, and in that painting you have all of the life experiences that you've had, and then now you have pain as a part of that. What to do about your pain so that you don't suffer. And I think a lot of times these things that we do about our pain actually cause more suffering. And the reason is because we don't, or we're not willing to learn from the sensations. Our body is super intelligent. It's millions and millions of years old, and it knows how to heal. It knows how to heal a cut. For example, you're cutting vegetables, you get a little cut on your finger, and if you clean the cut and you take care of it and you put a bandage on the cut, your body will heal it. You don't have to force healing. You don't have to look at your finger with the cut on it and say, heal, and try to really make it speed it up or something. Your body has a natural intelligence on how it repairs. It's been doing so for millions of years, and that's how the human species has survived. So there's this innate natural law when it comes to healing, when it comes to our experience. And this applies to anything. And I always say, of course, get clinically evaluated by a clinical professional, a medical professional, and listen and go through all the things that are a part of that. But what they won't help you with is how to suffer less. And to do that, you really need to learn to become a space to be witnessed, a space for open expression of that sensation, whether it's pleasurable, discomfort, or pain. And just noticing the kind of sensations that you have, and then listening to those. And what I mean by listening is that they have, over time, a message with which to tell you, this is something good for me, this is something that might not be good for me, and this is something that definitely is not good for me. And then noticing what they teach. And each person will have a different experience of this and will have a different outcome. But I think it's worth talking about. It's definitely something that's forefront currently for me in my own life. I've sort of been I wouldn't say completely pain-free, but I've been almost invincible for many years. And it's so like when things aren't the way they used to be or things change, it can be destabilizing. So you have to learn from this new experience of what you're having and what you're going through in life. And meditation is a great way to do that. So let's begin now. We'll start with our feet crossed at the ankles, bringing your hands up into your chest. We'll begin with some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is the Dana Eden energy technique for the subtle energy body. You can feel the energy building into your hands. Very good. We'll do 3 more breaths. Great. And coming out of that, flicking away from your body, you can feel the energy releasing from your fingertips. And gently closing your eyes, we begin with placing your attention on your physical body, beginning to notice your body and your body's sensations. You can feel your body's temperature. You can feel tingling and pulsing. Sense of aliveness and presence. And you can feel your body's contact with the earth underneath you, your connection with the planet. Begin the practice of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. Then on the out-breath, softening, melting down through your body and into the earth. And the softening and the melting can be like this light or this healing honey that as it travels down through your body, it collects and cleanses all the impurities and brings them down into the earth. And that energy, as it travels down through your body, it goes into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and recycles and transforms it. And with each cycle of breath, you get a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and you melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. bring your attention up now into your heart, feeling your heart space, the center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. And on the in-breath, feeling your heart. And on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Whenever we move into our heart space, there's always a sense of tenderness and warmth there. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present emotionally right now without trying to change your emotions or fix them, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in the shared space. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, like points on a compass, giving your life direction. You could be feeling anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. You could also be feeling numb, which is another valid emotional experience. Very good. Then bring your attention up now into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, softening in and around your skull. You can, if you like, breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown, the top of your head, whichever feels correct for you. And just feeling and softening in and around your head. notice how busy or active your mind is. Sometimes in meditation, our mind is very quiet or still, and then other times it's a little bit active or more active, you could say. And just noticing what your mind is like and remaining and practicing to be uninvolved with thinking, just allowing the thoughts to come and go. And if you do notice that you're actively thinking, you can always practice returning, I like to call it, returning back to your body, feeling your body's spine, your connection to the earth for grounding and anchoring. Wonderful. And then from here we can gently open our eyes and let's take a moment together and appreciate that practice that we just did with our eyes closed. And the importance of practicing now with eyes open is to incorporate outside and inside worlds, or spaces, or dimensions, you could say. So we practice feeling outside and then practice feeling back inside as a natural way to understand our relationships. Every relationship has an outside part and an inside part. It's very useful to kind of feel into that. So on the in-breath, practicing feeling outside you, around you. And then on the out-breath, practice feeling inside you. And just noticing the difference, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then back inside on the out-breath. notice that it might be easier to feel outside rather than inside, or vice versa. It could be easier to feel inside rather than outside. Just noticing what it's like for you in your practice. And from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice of love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. You can pick one or two, three, or all four of the qualities. It's up to you, and just practice sending and receiving the qualities. So on the in-breath, feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness around you. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself. Just practice sending and then receiving. And from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet. You can do your prayers first. May this practice that we do offer up the best possible outcome for our transformation and healing and ripple out into the community, transforming our culture and our systems. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome day and stay blessed. Bye-bye.